the biggest issue that we have at the moment is, despite playing quite well in most games.
With only 2 points in the kitty after 8 matches in the Indian Super League Season 7, Odisha FC will be desperate to turn their fortunes around when they take on Kerala Blasters FC at the GMC Stadium on Wednesday. The Kalinga Warriors lie at the bottom of the table, having suffered 6 defeats this season.
Well, usually I wouldn't speak at all about what I say to the players, but obviously the biggest issue that we have at the moment is, despite playing quite well in most games, we're not turning that into results, and that is the critical phases of the game. Simply putting the ball in the opponent's net and stopping the ball from going in your net. And how do we do that, and how do we do it more efficiently? Because despite playing reasonably well in most games now, and I would dare say in some of them dominating at times, that is not being translated into victories. That can damage your belief, that can damage your confidence, and so those issues were the ones after the game that, not immediately after the game obviously, but those are the things that we've been speaking about. Well, that's a great question, and I wish really I had the answer that I can just put in a bottle and let the players drink it. It would be a lot easier. But no, there's only the first thing that has to happen is that the players do not lose belief. My father, God bless him, used to say to me, he was a coach at Aston Villa, he told me that if you lose and you lose your confidence, that's a double defeat. And if you lose and you retain your confidence, that's a half defeat. So that's what we're trying to do, retain that, because I think the tweaks that we need to do, we are aware of them. And we are working on them, and that's why I think we're improving. And I think once the tide turns, I think the players, let's not use the word euphoria, but I think the momentum, when the momentum changes, I think it could change very, very strongly. I've said, I think I'm at risk of repeating myself here, that every opponent that we have is an opponent that potentially we can get a good result against. But every opponent we have potentially is a top of the league opponent. I mean, I say that about every team. You know, every game I see is very competitive. It could go both ways, depending on a referee's call or one bad decision or a passage of play. And Kerala Blasters are exactly the same. You know, I've seen lots of their games that have been tight. Could have gone either way. They could be further up the league. Someone else could be closer to us. You know, and I think it's going to be a tight game. It's going to be a competitive game, and our boys are certainly not going into any game overconfident. But certainly, I want us to go into the game knowing that we can win this game.